Good morning, Brenda. Before we start, I have to ask you something. Well, as far as I have it in my notes, we stop right here on page 61 of your student's book, but I'm not sure if it is correct because I have the vague memory that we did the listening on the next page. Can anyone help me to, well, if you have it already answered this part of page 61 of your student's book? Good morning to the ones that are just arriving. How did you, well, were you able to enjoy your vacations?
Sorry, teacher, are you talking to somewhere in specific?
I'm asking in general. You are, well, if you want to answer it, that's fine. But yes, I'm asking to everybody.
Well, yes, I went to my city, to my town in
Okay.
Michoacan, and I stay with my family. So yes, I enjoy it.
That's really nice. Yeah, these vacations were for you to take a break from well, all the assignments and all the work that you have to do in your classes. So hopefully you were able to, well, almost everyone because Arturo is his vacations to work. So I was asking to everyone if you remember that if we answered page 61, can you help me out with that to check by checking your student's book if you have it answered? Is this part the part of vocabulary?
In my case, I don't have that part.
You don't have that part, Maricruz. Okay, what about everyone else? Do you have it? As
Me,
I told you, yes. Sorry.
yeah,
Uh,
me neither.
okay. Yeah, I remember that we answered page 60, but we stopped on page 60 and we did the. I think we did the listening. I don't know why I have it like that. I will have to check the recording of that class. But we're going to continue on page 61. Uh, yeah, I think we answered page 60. I'm pretty sure we did. And well, again, welcome back to the classes. As you know, we're going to continue with this virtual classes. With virtual sessions until the end of the semester. Next semester, you're going to have again face-to-face classes. Well, this face-to-face modality again. so you don't have to worry about that next semester. But in the case of English, we're going to finish these semesters online. All right, so open your book on page 61. And before that, do you have any comment or questions you might want to ask? All right. As I told you, we're going to answer this part. This part of vocabulary on page 61. We have. I'm not sure if you remember, but I always tell you that when you see a verb, pay attention to the preposition. Well, if it has a preposition after, pay attention to the preposition that appears or is right after the verb, because the meaning of that particular verb might change depending on the preposition. Okay, let's pay attention. Well, let's look at some examples from the book. We have looked at the following extracts from the text. Can you think of any of any other verbs followed by the preposition on? For example, we have this led him to create a series of exercises that centered on improving this along with balance. We have centered on, like he focused on that. Then we have the name that I forgot how to pronounce Pilates, I think, used for his method was contrology, as it focused on using the mind to control the body muscles. Okay, pay attention that we have these two verbs that use the requires more than use the preposition on to have that particular meaning. Okay. Then on the next part we have the following table. We have complete the table with the following verbs in the box. All right. So what you're going to do now, you will try to put the verbs in each section, in each part of the table, if you know the verb. After you finish trying to complete or fill the complete table, what we're going to do is we're going to review each of the each of the verbs and each of the and each meaning of each verb. So what you will have to do is you will attempt, or if you already know the answers, try to complete or fill in the whole table. And if you don't, then we will check it. We will review it afterwards. Okay? Do you understand what you have to do? So yes, okay, you're right. So I will give you 5 minutes. Just try to to put each verb that appears above. Try to sort them out in the table if you know it. If you don't, leave the blank space as it is, and we will review them. Okay. All right. If you don't have any questions, please start answering the table. If you have any questions, remember that you can ask me at any time. All right, have you finished?
No yet.
Not yet. All right. So what about everyone else?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. All right. Very good. Yes, Brenda, finish. All right. I will give you another 2 minutes to try to complete the whole table. And well, yeah. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right. We're going to start well, checking the whole exercise. So, were you able to fully fully complete the table?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Very good, Maricruz. Uh, can you give can you share well, more than share, answer the first part, verb plus on, well, the verbs that you decided that were right for that part, Maricruz?
Yes, teacher. The first word I thought was depend.
Yeah, very good. Can you tell me more the other verbs that you decided to put there?
Yes. Lead, rely, participate, and insist.
Participate. Right. Rely, participate. Which one was the third one? I'm sorry.
Lead.
Lead on. Okay. Yeah. This there is one a little thing with lead in this particular case, but yeah, lead can be with on. All right. These are the first part. All right. Yeah, we have depend, rely, and comment, congratulate, and insist. Okay. As I told my group, lead on also fits in this particular well, category, but the difference between a lead on and these particular verbs are that lead on is a phrasal verb. Well, it's considered a phrasal verb. These verbs are not considered phrasal verbs, but just well, normal verbs. But yeah, very good. Thank you, Maricruz. Does everyone understand the difference between depend on and rely on? All right. We have, well, first of all, we have depend on and rely on are really, really similar in their meaning. Both refer to someone, well, yeah, someone that can rely or depend on someone to do something else. In the case of depend, it refers to this idea that you are capable of doing that particular thing that you depend on someone else, but for some reason you're unable to do it at that particular time. With rely, it's well, it refers that you completely rely on that other person or other situation to be able to do that particular thing. Okay. Does anyone have any question? Hopefully not. Okay. Well, comment on really simple to give your well, you use it to give your opinion. Congratulate on but to praise someone. Insist on. Mm, well, when you believe that well, when you think something is really important. Um, But you insist on that particular matter. For example, she insists on doing everything on her own way. She thinks it is important that she do it her way, so she do it. Well, she insists on doing so. Okay. Does anyone have any question? And well, lead on in this case. As I told you, it's a phrasal verb. And if you didn't know the meaning of that particular phrasal verb, refers to when, for example, when you are, well, I have this meaning. Hopefully, I'm not completely mistaken. If I make a mistake, please let me know. If you have any other meaning in mind, Michael, please let me know. But refers when you are dating and not dating, more like uh, when you, well, not by accident, but on purpose, you lead on. You give these signals or, yeah, when you are when someone is flirting with you, but they are not particularly interested, they are leading you on. Okay. For example, she flirted with him and led him on. Okay. That particular example, it's like she didn't have a particular intention in mind, but because what she did, or it can be, or what he did, uh, probably the result was not what but she had in mind. Okay. Is that clear? I think I got a little mixed up in that particular example. But you can one synonym of that particular phrasal verb could be deceive or mislead. Okay. All right. We continue to the next part, and Brenda, can you help us out with this second column, verbs plus in. Okay, you have invest in, very good. Believe in, perfect. Participate in, very good. Specialize in, great. And result in, yeah, perfect. Very, very good. All right, result, invest, believe, participate, and specialize. Yeah, perfect. Very good. Does anyone have a question about any of these particular verbs? I think these ones are really, really simple, so I don't think you need me to both to explain any of those. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you, Brenda. Daniel, can you help us out with the next column? Verbs plus 2.
Yes, teacher. I have lead, refer, relate, contribute, and amount.
Okay, contribute. Try to pronounce it like that, but yeah, very good.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah. I think I don't think any of these verbs also may also cause you any trouble. So yeah, thank you, Daniel. Ivanova, do you have the last one, the last column? Yeah, you can write it down on the chat. Don't worry. Cool. Very good. Yeah, no problem, Ramiro. We're on page 61 of the student's book, so you can so try to answer this particular part, okay? On exercise A of the vocabulary part. Yeah, no problem. Okay, I think Ivanova just wrote cope. The next ones are well, they can be interact. If you have any other, please let me know so we can check it out. Okay, replace with, confuse with, and combine with. Okay. Does anyone have any question about any of these verbs? Yeah, very good. Thank you, Arturo. And thank you, Ivanova. All right. If you don't have any questions, then we will continue to the next part. The next part, it is an exercise related to these particular verbs. But I would like us to answer it together, okay? We have on the first part, the instructor, and then a blank space. on everyone wearing a life jacket before getting onto the boat, okay? Does anyone, can anyone think of a verb that can fit this particular sentence? Yeah, very good. Insisted on. Pay attention that we have the the preposition after on. So what you will have to do is pay attention to each column and pay attention to the preposition after. By prepositions, I'm referring to on, to in, and to with. Okay, so pay attention to those. There are some verbs that will that you will have a noun before that preposition. So if it doesn't have a preposition right after, pay attention to the preposition right after the first noun. By noun, I'm referring to words such as uh, instructor, police, accident, oil, eat, company, and all these type of words. Okay, so pay attention to those. All right, what you will have to do now is answer these 10 sentences with the with the verbs that we have on the table. Because you didn't ask me any questions about any particular verb on the table above, I think you should be able to answer the rest of the exercise really quickly. Okay, I will give you 5 minutes, and if you haven't finished, then I will give you some more time. Okay, do you have any questions about or doubts about what you have to do now? No? All right. Then I will give you 5 minutes. And if you have any questions about the meaning of any of the verbs, please let me know. Okay? All right, have you finished?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. All right. What about everyone else? All right. So let's continue. All right. So Gabriel Callejas, can you answer number 2? All right. Gabriel Rojo, can you answer number 2?
Yes, teacher. The police are interested in the events that contribute to the accident.
That contribute. Okay. Well, in this case, it will be like well, the police are interested in the events that, in this case, led, referring that. Oh, yeah,
Okay, I
that's
have
right.
a little problems with the meaning of led.
Let
Of led.
lit to. Okay. Referring like como llevaron a que eso sucediera, ¿ok?
Teacher,
Yes,
what if I put relate?
that relate to the accident. The events. Well, I think the meaning will be a little more different with relate, because with relate you're referring to events that maybe may have some relation with this particular with this particular accident, but not the ones that caused the accident. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Very okay. Does anyone have any other questions? In the case of contribute, I don't think it has this same meaning as led, because it's more like when you contribute to something, you are. It's more like giving something to that particular. I don't know. You give money to contribute to the to end uh, world hunger. So you are referring to that particular meaning of gives money, or maybe I don't know, clothes or anything else to that particular cause. Not, I don't think we also use contribuir in Spanish to that particular meaning of que contribuyeron al accidente. I don't think we use it in Spanish either. So in this case, we use lead to that particular accident. Okay. Number 3, Karina, do you have it? Okay. Kevin, do you have number 3?
Yes. I always confuse karate with judo. I don't know what. I don't know the difference between the two martial arts.
Yeah, very good. Confused. And pay attention that we have right after karate with. That's a preposition that you should look after. Very good. Maricruz, can you answer number 4?
If you don't have any butter, you can replace it with oil.
Yeah, very good. Replace it with oil. I'm sorry. Confused with oils. Perfect. Thank you, Maricruz. Martin, can you answer number 5?
The coach didn't want to comment on the match until it was over.
Right, we have this meaning of he didn't want to give his opinion until the match was over. Very good. Ramiro, do you have number 6? Yeah, result. Eating too much junk food can result in obesity. Very good. Perfect. Diego Eduardo, do you have number 7? Invest. Yeah, very good. In this particular case, we have about well, that amount in new technology. Okay, this about is you can take it as a prepositional, a separate prepositional phrase. So you have the index in particular case. You have number 8.
Yes, teacher. This is a great book because it combines history with fiction.
Yeah, very good. Combines. Perfect. Thank you, Lises, and thank you, Eduardo. Arturo, do you have number 9? Okay. Brenda, do you have number 9? Contribute. Perfect. Yeah, in this case, contribute. Kevin had nothing to contribute to the discussion. He just sat there and listened. Very good. Daniel, do you have number 10?
The new fitness instructor specializes in aerobics group sessions.
Yeah, very good. Specializes in aerobics group sessions. Perfect. Very good. Do you have any questions so far or any doubts? I think it can be a little confusing in, well, at least in number 2 with verbs such as relate and contribute. But in the case of let, pay attention that it's referring like los eventos que llevaron al accidente, referring to that particular meaning, not that contribute to that accident or relate because you are saying something else in this particular case. Okay. Then, as I told you before, we have verbs that usually take a particular preposition. If they take a preposition, you are not implying, or it is not implied that they are phrasal verbs. In the case of phrasal verbs, it's usually one particular verb that takes an array of prepositions. In this case, we have another example that is break. We have, for example, however, when World War I broke out, he was placed in prison camp. Okay, and when prisoners broke out of prison last night. Okay, do you understand the meaning of these two broke out? And can you see the difference between these two? Gabriel, can you tell us the difference between these two sentences? Gabriel Rojo, sorry.
Tell us in Spanish.
Try to say it in English in this particular part.
The first, when I said World War One, I understand how start to the conflict, and the second, no,
No idea? Okay.
and the second I understand how no is start how the first,
Yeah.
but
All right. In these two, as Gabriel said, in the first one, it's referring that the World War One started. Like in Spanish, we have this, and you can associate this broke out with cuando la Primera Guerra Mundial estalló. You can associate this estalló with broke out in this particular context. In the second one, it's really, really simple, and you can take this meaning, well, this meaning changes depending on the context, as it is said below. 10 prisoners broke out of prison last night, referring that they escaped the prison last night. Okay? Do you understand the meaning of these two broke out? All right. Before we continue, as usual, the call is about to expire. So I will ask you to rejoin right away so we can continue with this particular exercise and we can finish, okay? All right, then I will see you in a moment. but pay attention to the context. Okay. In number one, we have Mr. Watson will be free in about an hour when his meeting breaks up. Okay. Can anyone try to guess the meaning of this breaks up referring to the meeting? Karina, what do you think?
Teacher, I didn't hear.
Okay, we are on part E. We are on the first sentence. We are on Mr. Watson will be free in about an hour when his meeting breaks up. What's the meaning of well, can you guess the meaning of breaks up in this sentence?
To end?
Yeah, in this particular case, very good. It will be to end. We have the first part as the context. The meeting will end in an hour. Very good. Thank you, Karina. It will be letter A. All right. Then we will skip until sentence number 4. And we have, I couldn't understand what Tom was saying while we were talking on the phone because he was breaking up. Can anyone guess the meaning of this breaking up? Pay attention that this person is saying that they were talking on the phone, but this person was unable to completely understand what Tom was saying because he was breaking up. Can anyone guess? Kevin, can you try to guess the meaning of breaking up in this case?
Like about to cry?
About to cry. Yeah, it can be like uh, you can try to understand this meaning, but try to imagine like not like if he was crying, but the signal was not good and he was breaking up.
Okay.
It's like they couldn't hear him anymore.
Yeah, when when you are talking on the phone and you are like and you say this excuse to when you don't want to talk anymore, like I'm entering a tunnel and the call ends or you start hearing static. That will be more like a breaking up in this case. It will be more like a letter C to stop being heard because of a bad connection. Okay. Very good, Michaels. And very good, Kevin. All right. Do you see how the meaning mm, it's similar in this particular case because we have break up as in end in the first sentence, and in number 4 we have well you can say end, but for different reasons. Okay, because the connection is not good and it can end at any time or stop at any time. Okay, then we go to number 2. Amanda broke down when she heard the bad news. Okay, and this one has a meaning, a similar meaning to the one that Kevin was referring to in number 4. It will be letter B, to begin to cry. When someone abroad breaks down in this particular sense, when you hear bad news or yeah, usually when you hear bad news, you break down, or when you are when you are experiencing a particular bad situation, you break down, referring to this action of beginning to cry. Okay. All right, then we go to number 5. There was a lot of traffic in the center today because a lorry had broke down. Okay, can you try to guess the meaning of number 5, Maricruz?
It's like the lottery you stopped working.
Yeah, stop working. Yeah, very good. Does everyone know the meaning of lorry?
Es un camión, ¿no?
Yeah, it's a truck. Yeah, very good. It is just but they only use it in England, so it's not that common that you know. Very good. Thank you, Marcos. Notice the difference between the context. In the first one, we have a person, and in the second one, we have an animated object. Okay, we have a lorry. In the number 5, they stop working. In number 2, this person begins to cry. All right. Then we go to number 3. Someone broke into the gym last night, but nothing was stolen. Okay, Ramiro, can you try to guess the meaning of broke into in number 3? Yeah, that will be the correct answer, letter D. Broke into a building or a house or or a place, referring like you entered by force. Very good. And finally, number 6, we have the crowd broke into applause, sorry, when Julian scored a goal. Okay, can Ramiro, digo, Diego Eduardo, can you try to guess the meaning of broke into in sentence number 6? You are not sure. Letter E. Yeah, letter E, to suddenly begin to do something, for example, laughing. Yeah, very good. When you break into applause, you're feeling like you start suddenly to well, uh, giving this person a big hand. Very good. Does anyone have a question so far? Notice, pay attention to the context of where the phrasal verbs appear, so you can guess the meaning. If the context changes, then it the meaning that you have in your head doesn't match the meaning of the sentence, or doesn't make much sense. It is probably because it has another meaning that you probably don't know. Okay. If you don't have any questions, then we will continue to the next part. And this next part, sorry, I forgot. I had it like this. Yeah. This next part is not that complicated. We have it. We have already seen this modal verbs before, but in this particular case, we have a modal, the modal verb plus have and plus a past participle, okay? And they have a different meaning from the, well, just the modal verb, all right? So we're going to just look into this, this grammar section really, really quickly. So you can go. All right. On the first part, well, we will do it in order so you can guess the meaning of the, not guess, but you can see the meaning of these modal verbs. All right. On the first part, we have, in number 2, we have, I should have gone to the bed early last night, so I wouldn't be so tired right now. Okay. In this particular case, pay attention that this person is referring to, like, I should have gone to bed early last night. Like, I should. I don't like it. How do I say it? Como debía hacerlo, debía haber hecho esto. I should have done this particular thing. So it has some regret embedded into this particular verb. Okay. So pay attention that it expresses a regret or criticisms about an action or somebody's behavior in the past. In this particular case, we only have the person is talking about themselves. So it is more like a regret, but it may also express a criticism to that particular action. Okay. Then we have number 6. We have Kelly needn't have bought a tent for the camping. I have one. Okay. This one referring to an action that was not necessary, that you didn't have to do. Okay. It was not necessary, and yeah, it referring more like it doesn't have this, you didn't have to do it. You may remember when we have you need to do an event, if I remember correctly, you didn't have to do that particular thing. In the case with this modal verb plus have plus past participle, we use it to express absence of necessity. Okay, because in this sentence, Kelly bought this tent, but she didn't have to buy one. This person already had one to lend or to give it to Kelly. Okay. Then in the next one, we have a possibility in the past. Perhaps something happened in the past. We are not sure. Okay. And in this case, we have a sentence with might. My sister might have tried this diet before, but I'm not sure, in number 5. And you use it to express it like probably, but you are not so sure. Okay. Then we have in number 1, we have Patrick could have broken his leg when he fell off the motorbike, but fortunately he didn't. You see this action in the past that could happen but didn't. Okay, so we use it to express this unfulfilled possibility in the past. It was possible for this to happen, but it didn't happen in the end. Okay. Then on the next one, we have number 4. Number 4? Yeah, number 4. You must have heard of him. He was a famous swimmer, okay? Positive deduction, you assume that this person has done that particular action, in this case, heard about this person, and we use a must plus have plus past participle. And finally, we have negative deduction in the past, the opposite of the last one, and we use can't in this case. For example, in number 2, you can have seen Sally today. She was at this park resort. Okay, there's no way that this person has seen Sally today because she went right to the spot in the morning, for example. Okay, do you have any questions? No, okay. Very good. And then I will give you, well, you will have to do this exercise 3 as homework. For next class, we're going to check it, okay? And before you go, I'd like to discuss something with you, okay? I will say it in Spanish, so you don't have any doubts or well, so it's more clear in case you I mispronounce or doesn't express myself properly, okay? All right. Como sabrán, en la semana del 12 de mayo, sí, la semana del 12 de mayo, sí. Supongo que el 13 de mayo van a tener su segundo examen departamental y después van a tener el examen serio, ¿ok? Quiero suponer que ustedes ya lo han hecho antes, ¿cierto?
Sí.
Sí, ya lo han hecho antes. Ok, lo que no sé es si en ese examen, bueno, los resultados del examen, les dan los resultados, o sea, les dan como en esta sección sacaste tanto, en esta sección sacaste tanto y en esta sección sacaste tanto. No sé si es así o simplemente les dan la general.
Creo que solo es general.
¿Sí les dan las puntuaciones? Ok. Mm, solamente para saber bien, o sea, nos hemos estado enfocando más en la gramática, pero me podrían decir, nada más para saber bien en qué enfocarme, cuáles son las secciones en las que han salido más bajos. Obviamente en todas les vamos a dar bueno, las vamos a ver para que se puedan preparar para su examen, pero para saber a cuáles les puedo dar un poco más importancia.
Pues no sé a los compañeros, pero a mí en lo personal la gramática es la que a mí se me dificulta un poco más.
La gramática, ok.
Y también gramática.
Gramática, Brenda dice que listening. Ok. No se preocupen, de todas formas vamos a tener ejercicios pues de práctica para todos. O sea, tengo audios de listening para que practiquemos cuando ya terminemos todas las 2 unidades que nos faltan. Pero si quieres saber bien en cuál les costaba más trabajo. En reading supongo que no tienen tanto problema, pero sí, o sea, no tienen problemas también para terminar de leer, más bien para leer rápido los textos o más o menos. ¿Ok? Obviamente es un poco difícil que completamente mejoren en solo un semestre o en solo un mes porque pues no tuvimos tanto tiempo, pero lo que sí vamos a hacer es vamos a ver algunas, no técnicas o trucos, sino algunas convenciones generales para que se puedan, para que no tengan tantos problemas en el listening. Les hago este comentario porque recientemente el viernes hice no un examen TOEFL, pero un examen de Cambridge. Y pues creo que más bien lo que escuché que quizá les puede causar más problemas, no sé cómo estén en eso, sería cómo manejan su tiempo a, pues al respecto de todo. No sé cómo ustedes estén, o sea, si han tenido problemas con el tiempo en, en todo para también darles algunos consejos respecto a eso. ¿Ok? Mm, sí, es lo que no, lo que me estaban comentando que, por ejemplo, en la parte de listening, como ya está como el tiempo medido, en esa generalmente no tienen problemas porque pues todos llevan un mismo ritmo. No sé bien cómo se lleva el CELI. Siento que me parece que el CELI, o sea, lo haces tú solo y la parte de listening pues la llevas tú. Pero lo que es la parte de grammar y la de reading es como que llegas a la parte de grammar y el tiempo va bien, llegas a la parte de reading y como que te confías un poco y ya al final como que ya no tienes tanto tiempo. Y es lo que me comentaban que sucedía. Obviamente en el examen que les comento, eh, cambia un poco respecto al CELI porque el CELI tiene gramática, tiene listening y tiene reading. En este otro es un poquito diferente y si hacen un examen pues bueno, de este estilo lo van a encontrar así. Tienes listening, tienes en lugar de la parte de gramática, tienes writing, o sea, obviamente tienes que escribir un ensayo, bueno, dos ensayos, y tienes parte de reading que ya están más o menos familiares con esas secciones, y una parte de speaking. Eh, Aquí va con todo esto. Lo siento. Lo que quiero decirles es que sí es normal que al final pues se confíen y como que digan, me sobra el tiempo, pero si traten vamos a estar haciendo práctica ya no la siguiente semana, cuando terminemos el examen departamental, vamos a estar haciendo práctica de todo, pero lo que sí les voy a pedir es que si durante esos días de práctica, que sí, o sea, obviamente voy a tener que ser más estricto con el tiempo en ese sentido. O sea, si les digo, tienen 30 minutos para hacerlo, 30 minutos y no más, ¿ok? Si, por ejemplo, al final ya sienten que no les alcanza el tiempo, a los, en los últimos 5 minutos siempre traten de contestar todo lo que les faltó. O sea, si les faltó algo, llénenlo aunque no sepan la respuesta correcta, porque como son una opción múltiples, no tiene que estar realmente correcta. Si la atinaron que bien, le sube su score. Y si no, pues no importa, no lo van a tener bien o no la tienen contestada de todas formas. ¿Ok? Solamente les voy a pedir entonces en ese caso que me voy a enfocar más en el listening, un poco más en gramática y como veo que andan, pues los veo un poco más confiados con los comentarios que me hacen respecto al reading, le voy a prestar un poco de importancia al reading. ¿Está bien así?
Sí, estaría bien.
¿Sí? Ok. Entonces, ya ahorita nada más para terminar la clase sería el pase de lista y pues ya los dejaría ver. ¿Ok? Mm, all right. So I go back, switch back to English. So I'm going to take the attendance. So we are, which day is it? 25. Okay. All right. So, Anaya Morales Martínez Gorda.
Here, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Callejas Paz Gabriel. Uh,
Can you hear me, teacher?
yeah, yeah, you're here. Very good. Chávez Vicente Ramiro. He's here. Yeah, perfect. González García Maricruz.
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. Orozco Redondo Daniel.
Here.
Perfect. Ponce Guerrero Kevin.
Here.
Perfect. Ramos Juárez Ulises Alejandro.
Here.
Perfect. Sorry, I confused your last names. Rangel Nieves Diego Eduardo. Rico López Fernando Ivanova. Here, as far as I can remember. Yeah. Salinas Hernández Brenda. Here. Rojo Moreno Gabriel.
Here.
Okay. Y finally, Saucillo Castillo Arturo. I'm not sure if he's.
Teacher, no escuché mi nombre.
Ok.
Yo tampoco.
Carlos Alberto Chávez Salinas.
Here.
Okay. Y. Yeah, Lozada Granados Karina.
Here.
Perfect. Yeah, sorry. So that will be it for today. I wanted to tell you the stuff about the TOEFL, so you know what we're going to do right after the departmental exam. We're not going to use the binary book after that, but we're going to use other materials to practice for that test. Okay. So if you don't have any comments, suggestions, doubts, or complaints, then you may go, and I'll see you on Wednesday, okay?
Bye, teacher.
Arturo, sí te mencioné, no te preocupes. Have a great week.